Hello there! Thank you for clicking on this video. So today, I'm going back to the Mardu Siegebreaker because the last deck I created with this creature didn't turn out where I wanted it. So I've been messing around with this deck a little bit between other decks that I've been building for this channel. And I felt this deck kind of got to a point where it was doing all right, so I figured I will do today's video on this, kind of a Mardu Siegebreaker redemption video. For this deck, instead of leaning into like a creature sacrifice type of deck, I went more for a dragon heavy deck, and one of the additions is Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant. It's a 2-mana 2/2 human druid, and when Sarkhan enters, you may behold a dragon, and if you do, create a treasure token. Whenever a dragon you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarkhan. Until end of turn, Sarkhan becomes a dragon in addition to its other types and gains flying. So the whole idea behind this is you play Sarkhan, and between Phyrexian Dragon Engine, Magmatic Hellkite, Neriv? I have no idea how to pronounce this dragon's name, so we're just going to call it Heart of the Storm. So Heart of the Storm and Sonic Shrieker, which is 5 mana, not 2. And between all these dragons, you should at least have one in hand to trigger Sarkhan's ability and make a treasure, and ramp up to 4 mana by turn 3. And then beyond that, we're using Mardu Siegebreaker to, well, really, any of these dragons is a pretty good target, mainly because Magmatic Hellkite keeps destroying non-basic lands, Heart of the Storm keeps doing double damage, and then Sonic Shrieker, you keep dealing 2 damage and making your opponent discard cards. And that's the idea of it. It's pretty simple. The reason why Voice of Victory is still in here, even though it seems pretty random, is I thought that it would go well with the Thunder of Unity, another new card that I put in here. It is an Enchantment Saga. Chapter 1, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Chapter 2 and 3, whenever creatures you control enter this turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So every time you mobilize, you gain life and your opponent loses life. Every time Mardu Siegebreaker triggers on attack, there's another creature entering, and opponent will lose life and you'll gain life. Also, if you flip over Invasion of Tarkir on your turn to get Defiant Thundermaw, that will also trigger chapters 2 and 3. As for removal, we have Invasion of Tarkir, Get Lost, and Cut Down, and sometimes Sonic Shrieker can act as a removal as well. Phyrexian Dragon Engine, since there's a lot of discard in the meta, I figured if you have this in hand and you get hit by Hopeless Nightmare or something like that, you can discard Phyrexian Dragon Engine and then unearth it later on to draw more cards. Anyways, that's the deck in a nutshell, so without any further ado, let's see if we can get revenge for Mardu Siegebreaker. Here we go! On the play with a keepable hand. Yep. Start off with a tap land. I'll keep that. Opponent plays Plains, and I will play Sarkhan, and I will show, or I guess behold the Magmatic Hellkite. Opponent's playing blue-white. Okay. Question. Are they going to... Will they counter whatever I play? And if they are, what should I play? I think Thunder of Unity. I do believe they have a counter spell. Yep. Though Spell Pierce is not what I was expecting. Spell Pierce. And then a bounce. Temporary lockdown. Alright. It seems like opponent is playing around my Magmatic Hellkite by playing only basic lands. Well, I'm gonna play the dragon regardless. At least give my Siegebreaker something to target. Still unsure. Okay, they're just a combo deck. Okay. Moment of truth. So they could have the combo next turn. Which would be unfortunate. I'm really surprised that all they have is the basic lands. So if they don't have the combo this turn, we might have a chance at winning. If they have it this turn, then, well, not much we could have done. I mean, Standard has become, especially Standard Best of 1, has become a can you win by turn 4 type of format. Preferably by turn 3. Play a land. Wonder if they're just slow rolling me. Stock up, so they didn't have it. I mean, having cut down could be helpful if they Omniscience into play. I could still cut it down. Okay, I did not have lethal next turn, so I don't know why the opponent scooped, but I'll take it. Alright, on the play with, I would say, another keepable hand. Though, now that I look at the hand a little bit more closely... Oh no, yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's a good hand. I'll keep this. Opponent is playing, is it? Sleight of hand, so good chance they're playing the Corey Steelcutter deck. We will behold the Heart of the Storm. And I could play the Siegebreaker next turn, exiling Sarkhan and just get a ton of treasure. Or I could just have Sarkhan die to burst lightning. I'm just gonna do it again. Might seem a little slow. But let's see if they have more removal. I have a feeling they do. And if they use up all their removal now, I'm okay with that. I don't think they have a whole lot of removal for a 5 toughness creature, because it's all damage based, right? Ooh, Magmatic Hellkite is really nice. Yeah, I think Magmatic Hellkite. We'll get rid of this one. Then I'll play Sarkhan, make another treasure. If I had done it backwards, yeah, I should have done it the other way. Then I could have made Sarkhan into a 3/3. That's alright. Storm Chaser's talent into what? Another removal? A braid? Fine by me. Lucas Theater. Yeah, I'll keep that. And now, if they have removal, most likely they can only remove one creature, and then Mardu Siegebreaker still has another creature it can target to exile. Most likely a bounce spell though. Yeah, this town ain't big enough. I guess they could have two. Okay, they have one mountain left. Never mind. So I'll just get rid of their Thunderous Falls. I'll let them keep their Pain Lands. And all attack. Okay, opponent did not like that. Alright, on the play. I think I've been on the play every game so far, and that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll keep this. Ruckus Theater. I don't think I need another Ruckus Theater. Then, do I go into Beach Bone Verge? I guess I'll get rid of the cut down. Against Pixie, is it Voice of the Victory? Or do I just go with Sarkhan? I think go with Sarkhan. See if the opponent has more removal or just more Hopeless Nightmare. More removal. To see if they have removal or just more discard. If it's discard, I might go for, I might discard Voice of Victory. Yeah, it's gonna be just bounce Hopeless Nightmare, play Hopeless Nightmare. Yeah. Voice of Victory. Go here. And I guess it doesn't really matter. Because if I get rid of this, yeah, let's just get rid of that. Either way, they're going to have both white and black available because they can get a basic land. Now, if we get untapped land, we can play Heart of the Storm. If they make us discard, I might just discard the dragon, keep the land. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna keep the dragon anyway. Shrieker is nice, but can't play it. Opponent's down to 10. See if they have more discard. Maybe I should have kept the Voice of the Victory. I don't know, hard to say. Do they have a cut down? Ah. Well, if I get untapped land, Sonic Shriekers would be a pretty good hit. I got it. So the question is, do I go for a Deep Cavern Bat or do I make them discard? Maybe making him discard is the better choice. Yeah, and then now they're down to 5. They can't really attack in. Well, if they do, we know that they probably have a Hopeless Nightmare. Not Hopeless Nightmare, Nowhere to Run or something like that. So they have to leave back blockers, but at the same time, they probably don't want to block with Deep Cavern Bat. And they can't really attack in with Deep Cavern Bat. If they have Momentum Breaker, okay, so they want me to block, in which case they play Nowhere to Run. They remove the Sonic Shrieker. They have 2 blockers. I have Magnetic Hellkite, and I have Heart of the Storm in hand. They could make me discard. So by blocking, I would lose 2 creatures, so no blocks. And just hope that I draw a really good creature. Yeah, I'm assuming they don't have removal that can get rid of a 4/4, or else I feel like they would have done it already. Ah, Liliana.
Those who get in my
I wasn't
way
expecting
tend
that.
to regret it. I've always hated clouds.
It has to be Sonic Shrieker. All right. Yeah, figured they were going to block. Phyrexian Dragon Engine, not too bad, but not really the best either. At least this is a creature that I can bring back from the graveyard. Opponent can +1 Liliana, but I think plussing Liliana here is a disadvantage for the opponent and not me, because I have no cards in hand already. Alright, so they can't make me discard a card at instant speed. They can block the Hellkite and then Nowhere to Run the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Yep. Oh, interesting. Ooh. All right. Oh, yeah, I just win. I was thinking of what creature to remove, and then never mind. I could just do 2 damage. There you go. And ranked up. Yay! Alright, on the draw with... I would say this is keepable, right? I could go Voice of the Victory into Sarkhan, maybe. Alright, on the draw against mono red is not great. Do I want more lands? I already have 4. I don't think I need more lands. Though a painless... Oh no, I already have painless white right here. Okay, so Manifold Mouse. Alright, opponent has the Nuts draw. And I do not, unfortunately. So, do I go Sarkon or do I go Voice of Victory? I think it has to be Sarkon. I'm thinking the Heart of the Storm is not so great in this deck now. Jesus. Yeah, I have to block. Man. Alright. So I gotta get Voice of the Victory out so that I can Sonic Shrieker next turn and get rid of the Manifold Mouse. Eight, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I have to block. Alright, they don't seem to have anything. I don't think they can use Rockface Village to activate, right? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well. This is a goodbye Manifold Mouse type of situation. Wow. Right, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I go to 1. If I block. Alright, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I can do. And, okay, so, I don't care. On the draw against mono red, and I just did not draw any removal, didn't draw any way to be aggressive. So, yeah, on the draw, I think I just need more removal in hand. It's kind of funny if you think about it. I keep drawing the cards that I have the least amount of in my deck. I mean, that's probably just confirmation bias, but that's how it feels. I got the Shrieker and the Heart of the Storm in my hand, it feels like, in every game, and I only have like 2 of each of those. So, okay. Got the cut down. But my lands kind of suck. I think I have to mulligan this. I can keep this one. Lands are better. Got removal, but... Okay, now that I got removal, I don't have... I'm not going up against mono red. But, yeah. Another Corey Steel Cutter deck, it seems like. That's interesting. Utterbull Antics. I'm just gonna cut it down now. And then maybe Thunder of Unity next turn. That would have been a better target. Well, I could do this. Get rid of their mentor, because this makes things cheaper, right? Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 as a cast, yeah. Honestly, this is not what I would like to do, but I can't let the opponent storm off with the Storm Catch Mentor. No blocks. I think I'm going to play the Phyrexian Engine this time around. Do I want to be aggressive? Sure. I think the Dragon Engine is a pretty decent blocker, and even if they get rid of it somehow... Audible antics. Okay, opponent is going off with these otters. And a lot of Storm Chaser talents. Oh. Okay. Yep. Play Thunder of Unity. Draw 2 cards. It's a lot of lands. Alright. Again, a lot of otters. I don't have a sweeper in this deck, unfortunately, so this might be a loss for me. Unfortunately... Okay. One, two, three, four. I'm gonna submit 0 because I need the blockers, right? And I just need the opponent to brick. Oh, yeah. 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 I guess that's something they can do. So, that was pretty good for the opponent. Yeah. 99 blockers. Right, opponent's just doing stuff. Alright. It's unfortunate. Alright, on the play... Yeah. 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 Got Sarkon turn 2, and then into Siegebreaker turn 3, or even Heart of the Storm turn 3. And then Mardu Siegebreaker turn 4. Of course, if the opponent is playing lots of removal, it'll make for a difficult matchup. But on the play, Thunder of Unity, that could come in handy if opponent is full of removal. Which they might be. They're playing Liliana sleeves. But this could be... Oh, never mind. Not what I was expecting. Okay. Reveal the dragon. Play it next turn. That's El Core. Well, I finally get Heart of the Storm to do its thing. I also need the opponent to not remove the Heart of the Storm. Alright. Here we go. See, if opponent is still setting up next turn, we got a pretty decent attack lined up next turn. Especially if they attack in with Il Core, which I don't think they will do. Okay, opponent maybe they didn't get their third land. Okay, they did. Please don't remove my Heart of the Storm. Please don't remove it. Please don't remove it. No removal, no removal. Bruticus, you can do it. Whatever it is you're thinking. No! Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, maybe we'll draw another Siegebreaker. Come on, Siegebreaker. I don't know why opponent is taking such a long time to decide what it is they want to take. Maybe they have a bad connection. They took the wrong one. Wow, did they take the wrong one. Okay, opponent is still roping, even though their rope was about to be cut off. Oh, and they're attacking in? Oh my god. Opponent, that's not what you wanted to do. Because I'm about to attack in for, well, essentially lethal, I think. You have to block one of them. This is lethal. Yep. Okay. I don't know why they took Thunder of Unity instead of Mardu Siegebreaker. Starscape Cleric is not going to do it. Can't block. That's ill-advised attack. They have another... Oh, okay. Still lethal. Still lethal. Not sure if you're aware. Ooh, another Siegebreaker. I mean, I'm just gonna attack. Opponent is tapped out and they have one blocker. And it is not going to save them. But I'm glad I got to kind of showcase the synergy between Mardu Siegebreaker and Heart of the Storm. And there you go. Right, on the draw, we have a cut down. We need to draw some sort of basic land for this hand to work at all. Yeah, no, this is bad. This is better, kind of. I'm gonna keep it and see where we go. Would love to have some removal when on the draw, but opponent seems to be playing Selesnya. Ooh, Sarkon. So that's a good good start. Selesnya, it could be what I was playing the other day. The could be a cage deck, but with Voice of Victory. Okay, we're gonna go with the Magmatic Hellkite. We can play it next turn, or we can play Mardu Siegebreaker and just repeatedly make treasure tokens. Okay, so this isn't a cage deck. This is a Sky Knight Squire. Okay. Sky Knight Square is going to need removal. How come I can never draw removal in this deck? All right. I think we go for the Hellkite. This damage, this does not. Okay. Alright, so we make sure they don't have a lot of lands next turn. And if they don't draw their third land, they'll only have 1 mana available. And they're missing red. Okay, no attacks. So they can attack with the Voice of Victory, and they found their third land, unfortunate. So I'm like, oh, come on. Alright, we really need removal here. They don't have any good attacks still, though. Shrieker does not do enough damage. Plus, we don't have enough lands anyway. I guess the Dragon Engine, I think. No attacks. Hope that they don't have another Shelter by Ghosts. Which, Shelter by Ghosts could be good in this deck instead of playing, what's it called? Get Lost? That's an idea. Why didn't I think about that? Shelter by Ghosts. It protects your creatures and good removal. Please attack in. They do not attack. Okay. Sonic Shrieker, and I think I'm just going to make them discard. Since they were missing land drops early, those has to be spells, right? Yep. They get rid of Torch the Tower? Why? What do they have that they would rather keep than Torch the Tower? They could have exiled my Phyrexian Dragon. Alright. Opponent is thinking. They haven't played a land, so they both have to be spells. And one of them has to be, like, good enough that they would rather get rid of their Torch the Tower. But they didn't do anything. They could have played Torch the Tower to get rid of my Dragon Engine. But I guess they didn't want to discard the other card, right? So it has to be something you want to keep. Ning Pakal. Okay. Are they going to attack in? Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Cut down. Cut down doesn't do anything anymore. I think I'm dead next turn, right? If I attack him with the Mardu Siegebreaker, leave behind 2 blockers. Pretty sure I'm dead, because this becomes 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So what can I do? What can I do? Siegebreaker. All right. Not good, not good. I guess it's just Voice of Victory. Hold up. And hold up, cut down, I guess. Yeah, I think it's removal. This deck, I need to change up the removal. That's what it comes down to. Man. Oh, this sucks so bad. I mean, I could cut down Paul Patch Recruit, but it doesn't really do anything. That just makes one of their creatures more powerful. I think if they go all out, I might be dead. I'll land. So I wonder if Anim Pakal is what they were holding on to, and what do they have? They have a removal? Yep. So I'm gonna have to do some chump blocking. But let's see what they attack with. Just this Sky Knight Squire. Yep, comes a 10-10, so I have to block with the Sonic Shrieker. Yeah, man. That sucks. That really sucks. And I think that ends up with me losing any hope of winning. All because I could not find a removal. I think I'm gonna, yeah, consider putting, Shelter by Ghosts in here. Of course, if I ever draw Get Lost when I actually need it, that would be pretty freaking awesome too. That was a really weird way of, like, creature to remove. That's alright. Oh my god! Alright, whatever. I think... Yeah. It's... I don't think it's lethal at all. They can just block with the Paw Patch Recruit. Yeah. just gonna do this. Hate to end the video like that, but that's where I'm ending it. Alright, so the deck performed fairly well. It still seems to be having a rough time on the play, especially against any aggressive decks. And I think I mentioned it in one of the games, but maybe I need better removal, such as Sheltered by Ghosts. Also, if you intend on keeping Invasion Tarkir in this deck, maybe Lightning Helix is a better choice as a early removal. It can also do damage to opponent's face, you gain 3 life, and you can, like I said, use it to flip over Invasion of Tarkir. I feel like these 2 removals just didn't really fare too well. And as for Invasion of Tarkir, I never got a chance to see it that often, so I don't know if Invasion Tarkir is right for this deck. Voice of Victory definitely didn't do much today. I think this is in the wrong deck. Thunder of Unity, also not too bad, but I think a different type of card advantage is needed. Chapters 2 and 3 at most only got 1 or 2 points in, so not really worth it in this deck. I think Thunder of Unity works a little bit better probably with a mobilized synergistic deck. As for the rest of the deck, I think the Mardu Siegebreaker in a more dragon synergistic deck with Sarkhan wasn't a bad idea, and definitely some potential there. So that's all I have for today. If you stuck around this long, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Your support goes a long way. And with that being said, I hope to see you in the next videos. So until then, remember to have fun playing Magic, and take care.